My name is Barbara Foster Wilson, and I'm a graduate of Elsie Anderson High School in 1961. My dad is over to my right. He is Kelly Miller Foster Sr., and he's a graduate of Anderson in the year of 1939. And my mother, Thelma Scales Foster, graduated also from Anderson in 1942. My sister, Joanne Foster Lewis, also a graduate of Anderson in 1968. My brother, John Timothy Foster, graduated from Elsie Anderson High School in 1967. And my brother, Kelly Miller Foster Jr., graduated from Elsie Anderson High School in 1964. On the end is my youngest brother, Charles Embry Foster. He did not go to Elsie Anderson High School, the one that we went to. He went to the new Anderson High School out in Northwest Austin. He graduated from there in 1978.
Elsie Anderson meant a lot to me because I had heard so much about it before I even entered Anderson High School. I'm the fourth child, and so there were three ahead of me, along with my parents, that graduated from the Elsie Anderson High School. So I had heard so much about Yellow Jackets, and I really wanted to go. I was also asked in elementary school if I wanted to go to, I had an opportunity to go to the University Junior High School and Austin High School, but I told my parents no, I wanted to go to Elsie Anderson High School because I wanted to be active, I wanted to be a participant, I wanted to be a majorette, I wanted to be in the band, and all those things, and I did do them. My sister and my brothers kind of led, and they set the pace for me, so when I came to Anderson, all the teachers knew me. They also had high expectations of me, and I had to live up to that. It was like what we call now a village, as far as the way we were raised and also the way the community was. It was a village because we had teachers right in the neighborhood. We had them at church. When we would leave church, we would see them. In fact, when we would leave school, we saw many of our teachers right in Ebenezer Baptist Church, where we are members. Most of us are members of Ebenezer Baptist Church, where we all started. And so with that legacy, we had a lot to accomplish. And I believe we're all pretty successful. We went on, and I don't want to say a whole lot, but we did all get the opportunity to go to college. Our parents, Kelly and Thelma Foster, were very inspirational to us. They inspired all of us to go and gave us the opportunity to go to college. My sister will probably tell you that she went to the University of Texas in '61, and Kelly Jr. also entered the University of Texas and graduated, but he can tell you that. But I went to Prairie View. I graduated from Prairie View A&M University, and we all had the opportunity, and they can tell. So I want to thank Elsie Anderson High School for the great education that we received, the camaraderie that we still have, and just being a Yellow Jacket meant a lot, and it still does.
Well, Anderson, it meant a lot to me also. Like my sister was saying, you know, I had role models ahead of me, you know, like my brother and my sister. They were ahead of me, and the teachers knew me when I got there. And my biggest accomplishment at Anderson was when I got into the band. And Mr. Alvin Patterson, he was my band director. And he chose me to be a student band director. And I was always in first chair. You know, I played baritone horn. I was in first chair all while I was there. And I was vice president of the band, and I was in music also. I was in the choir also for 1 year.
Barbara kind of led the way for us, and she did set the bar high. I remember walking through the halls at Anderson between classes, and Miss Frazier was standing at her door. And evidently we all looked a little bit alike. So she recognized me. She didn't know me, but she said, "Aren't you?" No, she said, "You're Barbara Foster's brother." She didn't ask me, she told me. And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Well, you're smart. Why aren't you in my class?" So just by being Barbara's brother, I was supposed to be smart. But that was the kind of thing that we lived with, following behind Barbara. Anderson, well, it was kind of a community. And at that time, probably 99% of the black folks in Austin lived in East Austin and went to Anderson High School. So everybody knew everybody. If you didn't know them, you knew their brother or their sister. And it was just that type of an experience to where it was just a big community.
I really enjoyed all the time that I spent at Anderson. I was there late 59 to 61. I have friends that have remained close since that time. The teachers we knew in the neighborhood, as Joanne mentioned, and we knew them in church. Parents knew the teachers also. It was just a great opportunity, and I think we all participated in the band, and that was something special to all of us. I participated in the band. I played bell lyra as well as the bassoon, and I was a majorette too. It was, in addition to being in the band, I was in the National Honor Society, and there was a group of us who were like guides or monitors that we were selected to be. And in addition to that, it was a great opportunity. They would have a day where the students would teach, and I had an opportunity to do that. And this, along with some of the uncles and aunts in my family, inspired me to be a teacher, and I was able to become a teacher after graduating from the University of Texas in Austin. And I did that for 39 years. I'm grateful to L.C. Anderson for preparing me for that career.
When I was in school, I was a pep squad. I was also a pep squad. And we used to play Wheatley of San Antonio. And we would go down on Congress Avenue and meet them when we would have our games. So we did have a wonderful time on that day in meeting them and trying to beat them. We didn't beat them all the time, but we did beat them some. But we had a real lovely time when they would come to visit with us. And also, I went to we would go to the I met my husband while we were in school, when I first went over to Anderson, I met him. And so we had and he played basketball, Kelly Foster. And when I walked in, he was making a basket at that time. He was tall enough, just put the basket in the ball, in the place, in the basketball. And so we really did have a lovely time with Anderson. I had a lovely time.
Well, if you just looked at the students at Anderson at that time, like look through that yearbook and see how they're dressed and how they're groomed, and it would be nothing like the ones you see today. We were, well, everybody came to school looking decent. And as a matter of fact, there was I remember an assembly at the beginning of the year, and they were giving us the rules, the Anderson rules at the beginning of the year, and they said that all the guys' shirts had to be tucked inside unless it was a flat-bottomed shirt. And they were looking around the room trying to find somebody with a flat-bottomed shirt so that they can give them an example. And who was that? One of the teachers kept trying to make me stand up to show, but I knew my shirt did not have a flat bottom, so I was trying not to stand up. And he finally just came over and made me stand up. And as soon as he saw it, no, sit down. That's not what we want. That's an example of what we don't want. But yeah, everybody was just nicely groomed and looked decent all the time.
What went along with that was discipline. Everyone was very much disciplined. Teachers nor administrators had to worry about students being able to sit, pay attention, and be quiet and listen to the teacher. That just automatically was there. That you can see that in the yearbook also. Children feel what you feel. They know exactly what you want them to do. But if we don't think that they can do it, they will not do it. So the first thing is to have those extreme high expectations that our teachers had. That's what I would say to teachers today. And also for students, just having the respect for adults. And the only way that we can really get respect from students is to give them that respect, because our teachers did respect us too. And they knew, just like Kelly Jr. was saying, I mean, Miss Frazier told him from the start, day one, you're smart. You're smart. She didn't know if he was dumb or ignorant, but she said he was smart, and he's smart, very smart. But when we say that and we live up to that, then we know, the students will know what's expected of them. And another thing, we always say that all children can learn. We need to believe that and know it. That every child, and give every child the opportunity to learn, the opportunity to participate and be the best that he can or she can be in everything that they do.